Hello there, YouTube. It is your boy, B3, back with another kicking, you guessed it, my friends, graphic novel review. Today we are reviewing one of the IDW Godzilla miniseries, Godzilla Rage Across Time. A book that, within it, has one of my favorite single issues of all time. Yeah. I really like IDW's Godzilla stuff for the most part. Let me give you a quick read-up of the back of the book. Move over, dinosaurs. Monsters used to rule the planet. Travel to different time periods to examine the origin of myths that fueled nightmares. Feudal Japan, ancient Greece, medieval England, classic Rome, and the Cretaceous by a multitude of today's best creators, including work by Ulysses Farnas, Eric Freitas, Chris Maui, Ryan Ferrier, Matt Frank, Tad Galasha, Jeff Zornow, and more. Yeah, so Godzilla Rage Across Time is a pretty cool book. Lots of good classic Bob Eggleton and Matt Frank stuff. I really like the Matt Frank cover for the Feudal Japan issue. It's got a lot of classic Feudal Japan looking art, like the Mongols are attacking, and one of the Mongols has like Cetopian tech or something, and he's controlling Gigan and Megalon. I don't remember if it was Cetopian specifically, but because they only mention the name once in the comic. But a couple, like a samurai and then like a warrior they're feuding with. I don't know a lot of Japanese history, I'm not gonna lie. I know more recent Japanese history, but not like feudal. They fight these like dog-sized crabs, and they awaken an Orochi, and they have like this jade statue that can control the Orochi, and they're gonna have it attack Gigan and Megalon. And then Godzilla shows up, and he's like, "Fuck no, this Orochi's, I'm not gonna allow it to exist," and he kills it. So the warriors have to trick Godzilla into following them. And then they make Godzilla, Gigan, and Megalon fight. They take out the alien device that is allowing the soldiers, or the evil soldiers, to control Megalon and Gigan. Nebulans! That's what it was. It was the Nebulans. That's who made the device. But yeah, Godzilla defeated them and returned to the sea. Pretty cool. The next issue, Rage Across Time #2, is one of my favorite single issues of all time. Not really because of the quality of the writing, but because of, one, the art, which is so spectacular in this issue. I liked the feudal era Japan looking art in the last issue, but the art in this issue is insane, and I love the concept. It's about Greece. People are losing faith with the gods. Zeus is all angry. And Godzilla shows up. And he attacks Greece. And this motherfucker slaughters the Greek gods. Just slaughters them. He fights the Hydra. So when he's ripping heads off and they're growing back, Godzilla fights and kills the Hydra. Destroys the god's home on Mount Olympus. And Zeus has to use all his power to defeat Godzilla, but he doesn't kill him, of course. And then Zeus has to live as a mortal among the mortals, and it humbles him. It really humbles him, the whole experience. And then Zeus dies in Pompeii when it goes off, you know? Turns out Pompeii happened because Godzilla came out of the volcano. He reawakened after Zeus, quote-unquote, put him down. And just the whole concept of that issue just made me love it. The way Godzilla's drawn is beautiful. It's one of my favorite single issues of all time. Just Godzilla slaughtering the Greek gods. How cool is that? Then we have one in the Crusades where, you know, the Black Plague is running around, and then these knights are sent to kill a dragon, and they kill a Meganula. Or is it Meganulon? Which one is the larval stage? I don't remember. But it's the Showa one from the Rodan movie, which I really appreciated, because I love that big-eyed, stupid-looking bug so much. I really do. I need a cool figure of that monster. And then they found out, oh, that wasn't the dragon. Megaguirus is the dragon, and Megaguirus is a pretty fierce-looking creature. They find this ancient temple, but it's a temple to Mothra. And our main character sees Mothra as some kind of angelic being who fights Megaguirus, kills Megaguirus. That one was not as great. It's called Godzilla Rage Across Time. But I don't mind that Godzilla wasn't in that issue. Straight up, I don't even care. Mothra deserves more solo stuff. Mothra deserves more solo stuff. Like, the first time I read that, back in the day, it didn't even register to me that Godzilla wasn't in the issue, because I was just so happy to see Mothra getting to do stuff and be the victor, you know? Mothra deserves more than she gets. She's mostly in Godzilla movies, and she's usually killed pretty quickly, and easily at that. And we get a lot of great stuff going on. We get to classical Rome, right? And Hannibal is finding his northern passage through the mountains to get to Rome to attack it. Turns out Godzilla cleared that path for them. And I like the way Godzilla's drawn in this book a lot, too. It's very interesting art, very detailed. Each issue has like a different head artist on it. The spines in that one really glow. And then the next issue doesn't have much of a story. It's just like a bunch of fighting. It's a bunch of fighting. It takes place in the Cretaceous period. You get to see, like, Gezora fight Ebra over some dinosaurs that they both want to eat. Rodan steals the food from him. And then you get to see, like, this battle royale with Godzilla, Anguirus, Varan, and Baragon, which is obviously a reference to what GVK would have and should have been. I'm just glad to see Varan, honestly. I like Varan. He had a solo film, and nobody talks about him. It was kind of a generic solo film, honestly, but still, Varan's cool, man. He can breathe underwater, survive on land, and fly. He's got all three. He's a triple threat. I'm sorry, I don't want to rant about Varan, but it's like this super destructive panel with, like, the terrain exploding all around him and just dinosaurs being vaporized. It's pretty insane. Kumanga shows up. Mothra and Batra are fighting. There's so much going on. Megalon, Chimericus, Megaguirus, King Caesar, Gorosaurus, Titanosaurus, Manda. They all show up. And then the meteor that killed the dinosaurs, right? It was Kaiser Ghidorah. Kaiser Ghidorah killed the dinosaurs. And he shows up and he's just fucking all the kaiju up. He reverts back to Kaiser to go one-on-one with Godzilla, which was very interesting to see him change to Kaiser. I like how that implies that there are benefits to being Kaiser that Kaiser Ghidorah doesn't have. Like mobility, for instance, would be like a big benefit, probably. I know Kaiser Ghidorah can fly, even though by all the laws of physics he shouldn't be able to, unless he has some kind of gravity manipulating power, of course. Like Superman, that's how Superman flies. But it's pretty wild. And then we see Exilian from Planet X, a Showa one, like, drop two... It looks like they're ancient humans, but I think they're just really dumb members of his species to colonize the planet, and then they immediately get, like, incinerated by Godzilla when he busts out of the earth after the fight. Pretty wild stuff. A lot of cool variant covers. I actually have some of the variant covers for this single issue, but I am just reviewing the trade right now, which is put together very well. And throughout the whole thing, they're all connected by the story of these archaeologists, and all these archaeologists and anthropologists are going from site to site, like looking at history through the eyes of people that now know kaiju have existed throughout history, and they're like finding evidence that Godzilla and other kaiju that exist in the modern world did all this stuff in the past, and they've just written it off as myth all these times, and now they're like, oh, some of this stuff is true because it was kaiju. And there's some stuff that kaiju were involved in that we're just now getting evidence of. Lots of cool, crazy stuff. I really enjoyed this book. It's just kind of what-if stories with Godzilla in different time periods, which I think is something that needs to be explored more, you know, kaiju in different time periods. We always go for kind of the modern day, or something prehistoric. Like, you know, give us some new stuff. And it's not just history in one part of the world either. It's all over the world, which is pretty interesting and fun. Godzilla Rage Across Time is a super fun miniseries. It doesn't have a sequel, but it also doesn't have anything before it. You can read it completely independently, as long as you just understand what Godzilla is. And he's the third most recognizable pop culture character in the world with over 30 films under his belt, so I think it's safe to say that most people can go into it and read it without having to know much else, other than the concept of Godzilla in general. But it is a pretty cool, fun book. Thank you, IDW, for giving us all these cool Godzilla miniseries and not... Thank you, IDW, for not being like other comic book companies and being so concerned with continuity that that it hinders your creativity. I'm looking at you, Disney. I'm looking at your Star Wars comic series where nothing can be out of continuity and blah blah blah, and even if it is, ooh, you better not deviate from the tone we want. Corporate. I mean, IDW is corporate too, but still. You know, IDW really let its Godzilla writers, like, explore stuff, just continuity be damned, put it in a miniseries if it doesn't fit, you know. But even then, we still got 3 ongoing series that shared a continuity. And I will be reviewing the first volume of the first IDW ongoing Godzilla series, Godzilla Kingdom of Monsters, very soon. I'll probably review a Venom book before that. But until then, thank you all very much for your support. Remember to rate, comment, and subscribe. Check out all the cool links in the description below, including our Patreon, where you can support us and help us bring you more fun videos. That's it. Thank you all once again, and I'll see you all next time.